Good morning. My name is Dorothy Fox, and I'm excited to introduce myself to you today and share one of my most favorite lessons and experiences as a teacher. I was tasked with leading a professional development session on universal design for learning, something that I really believed in and something that informed my teaching practice. The three precepts of universal design are multiple means of representation, multiple means of action and expression, and multiple means of engagement informed my planning for the professional development. I gave the colleagues that I was working with many choices in how they would get the information, how they would understand the information, and then finally how they would represent that they had understood and try to implement it, or would plan to implement it in their classrooms. And so I created a task board with choices and multiple means of representation of the information that I wanted, including teacher-led. They could read articles and watch videos. I then asked them to come up with some lessons that they might enjoy putting this lens on, and then I provided multiple means for them to plan and then hopefully initiate that lesson. I started the training that I did with a personal experience of using this lens for a lesson on rewriting fairy tales. My students were reading a unit on fairy tales, including some fractured fairy tales, and so I provided my students with multiple means of accessing the information, reading conventional fairy tales in books or online, or listening to an audio book of these tales. And then we discussed the elements of those in classroom discussion, allowing for clarification of understanding. And then they were tasked with creating the fractured fairy tale, or just an original rewrite of an old-fashioned fairy or folk tale. And so we then use multiple means of representation for that. Some kids chose to do an oral retelling of a story, some recorded themselves, some actually drew pictures and used a picture and word format. Others just drew pictures and it became just a picture book. They then had a choice of how they would share that with the class. Some of them wanted to perform their fairy tales. Others chose to just share either on a slideshow or in a physical representation. And at the end, I felt like the kids and their feedback was very positive, that they had so much choice and so many multiple means of accessing the information and then relaying that information and engaging their classmates. And I shared that story, and then I led that professional development through the lens of UDL, which I firmly believe is a great strategy for looking at including everyone and bringing all students and even colleagues to the table equally. So I hope that makes some sense to you, and I look forward to further understanding the position. Thank you for your time.